Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So what I have for you guys today, I have the official FIFA 16 ratings for the Preston North End players. So these have just been released today, and as you are seeing on screen now, there are the goalkeepers and the defenders for this year. So I'll go through the goalkeepers first, guys. As you can see, Chris Kirkland 72, Jordan Pickford 64, Jamie Jones 63, and James 53, Stephen James that is. So in terms of Kirkland being our highest rated player, since he's our number 2 keeper, I find that a bit odd if I'm honest, but as far as Pickford's concerned, being a 64, I'm not too disappointed with that. It would have been nice to see him as a 65 rated silver, but being a 64, you know, he is a young English goalkeeper, so I can understand why EA have given him that rating. In terms of Jamie Jones being a 63, I think that it's a bit generous on him in my opinion, but obviously he has gone out on loan now, so we won't really fuss too much over that. Then in terms of the defenders, I was pleasantly surprised if I'm honest. We've got Tom Clark as a 68, which I think is a fantastic rating for him. Bailey Wright as a 67, which again I think is a great rating for him. Cunningham 66, Vermeil 65, Huntington 65, Woods 64, Davis 62, Anderton 50, and Heaton 50 as well. I was pretty surprised that Ben Davis managed to get himself a 62 rated this year. Thought he might be a bit lower, and I also thought that Vermeil might be a bit lower. I thought that perhaps Vermeil would be a 64 rated player, and I thought that maybe Paul Huntington would be a 66 rated player, but as you can see, most of our defenders there have got a nice upgrade, which is always good to see as we were promoted last year. And honestly, in terms of those ratings, I'm pretty happy with them if I am honest. So going into the midfield and attack now, guys, what we have here, as you can see, the midfielders here, we have Gallagher 66, Johnson 65, Kilkenny 65, Humphrey 64, Welsh 63, Reed 62, Brown 61, and Brownhill 59. So it would have been nice to see Brownhill as a 60 rated this year, but I think 59 probably is about right, since he's not really played this season, and last season towards the end of the season didn't play. 61 for Alan Browns I think is a good rating for him. I think in terms of career mode, Alan Brown and Josh Brownhill will be fantastic this year. I reckon they'll both have good potentials and could grow into very good players. Then in terms of our other midfielders, I was a bit disappointed that John Walsh is a 63 and Kilkenny is a 65. I'm a bit harsh on Kilkenny. I think Kilkenny should maybe be a 64 and John Welsh be a 65. I was very disappointed to see that John Welsh is still a bronze card, as I definitely think he does deserve a silver card this year. And then it's good to see that Paul Gallagher will be a centre mid this year. He's no longer a left mid, and he won't be wasted that wide playing with, you know, his little pace. So it's good that Gallagher's a centre mid now, so he can be played in the cam position. And then Daniel Johnson 65. Perhaps I would have liked to see him a little bit higher, but I'd say that 65 is probably a fair rating for him. Then into our strikers, as you can see, I've got the 2 new signings at the bottom there, Stevie May and Eoin Doyle. So Stevie May is a 68 rated on the new FIFA, and Eoin Doyle a 66. Then in terms of our other players, I have Jermaine Beckford here at 70, Joe Garner 69, Will Keane 65, Andy Little 61, and Jordan Hugel 56. That's the one that I'm probably most disappointed with out of all these ratings, Jordan Hugel being a 56 rated player. I'd say that he had a fantastic pre-season and has already featured in 1 or 2 matches so far this season, and I would have liked to see him be perhaps a 61 or 62 maybe, but 56 I think is way too harsh on him. Andy Little, I'm going to have no complaints about that. Will Keane the same, I think 65 is a fair rating. And then in terms of Beckford and Garner, I'd say that 70 and 69 are probably right for them 2 players. But like I said, guys, that will wrap it up for this video, guys. So if you do want to check out these ratings for yourself, I will leave a link to Foothead in the description down below, so you can have a bit more of an in-depth look at their individual stats. So that'll wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one.